Hello, everyone. I hope you've surviving the winter. It's been pretty tame here in East Mid Atlantic, I should say. I finally finished that one building. I don't know if you saw that I was doing the Everett Street Station of Milwaukee Road train station for a friend of mine. It was kind of a pain to put together and paint. So I finally got that and I got that finished, and now I'm back to actually very enthusiastic about the railroad now, about what I'm doing. I put the one track in that I talked about, the siding in Hanover. That's been put in. I've built a building in Spring Grove, the freight station there. I'm working on the Western Maryland, the building called the Mill from Medford Trains, which I'll show you that in a few minutes. I've had a couple operating sessions. The Western Maryland Historical Society's coming in, Historic Society's coming in here on the 29th, I believe, for an operating session. So I'm looking forward to that. Little things here to, repair and that. And I'll also show you a proposed change I have in Lincoln Yard. I really don't have enough room for storing my engines. It's kind of a busy place, Lincoln Yard is. There's a lot of trains that go in and out of Lincoln Yard. So I'm looking to, expand some of the tracks, give me a little bit more, capacity for locomotives. So with that being said, I'm going to shut down here, and then I'll show you what I'm planning from that point. All right, thanks. All right, so here we are in Spring Grove. I managed to get this Western Maryland station constructed and put in. This is another Medford Trains structure, basic Western Maryland structure. It represents the one that was actually located in Spring Grove. So, there's the station. It's in place. Looks pretty nice. Not sure I got the red correct, but I was told it was oxide red, so that's what I've painted it. Need to weather it down a little bit. I did it somewhat, but it's actually a nice looking little structure. So there's that. Now here's the yard track was moved over one position, and you can see that there's the interchange track in the front between the Penn Central and the Western Maryland, and then I've gone in and I now have my passing siding back, and you can see the cars sitting there that have been installed for that what is now the yard track in Hanover. It's helped a lot. I got a lot of cars that move around now, especially between the Penn Central and the Western Maryland. I was having a little trouble with that. So both the Penn Central and the Western Maryland serve that track. So it's really helped a lot, moving stuff around. I still got to get to the engine house here in Hanover, but that's a future date, one of those round to it projects. There's how we tie back into the main lines. So, all right, really no changes here. Got to start doing some ballasting and stuff. So anyway, give me a second here. Okay, so here's Lincoln Yard. You can see the three engines sitting in the track, and I have another engine sitting out here I don't have a place to put. And if I put them on one of the yard tracks, the industrial leads, they invariably get in the way of somebody else moving around. So the proposed change is, right now, I'll show you, this track and this track are the makeup tracks, the arrival, departure, and make it up your train tracks. And this is the caboose track, which I installed. So the plan is to take this track and move it over here, this track to here, and then these two tracks will come together down here. So that moves us over one track. So this track would slide over slightly. This is the Agways track, which actually helps because I don't have a lot of room to put a structure in here. So that would slide out, obviously. So then what I can do is I can come down here where these two tracks are. So this is now the Agway track. This would swing out. I'll put this track will stay in here it'll slide over a little bit, but that'll be the caboose track will move over to here. Then I can bring this track and swing it out past the end of the caboose track and tie it back in. So then what that does is it allows me to put two tracks in the front here and the engine house would sit in this area here. Now, it's not exactly where everything's situated in the yard, but it works because I should be able to get about 6 locomotives in this area. So it just requires me to need to widen out the the bench work just a little bit here, maybe come out to about there, not much, just so I'm not afraid something's going to fall off the track, and it gives me room to put another switch in here. So that's kind of the plan here. Hopefully it's going to work. And then Otis's Superior Gas is actually going to move over to where you see the tanks. Now, it only takes 1 or 2 cars, so that can be shortened. That track can be shortened. It gives you some room to put another structure in for the office for the gas company, Otis's Gas Company, and gives me a little bit more room for the Lehigh cement plant. So I can expand that. I don't need to extend the tracks, but it'll let me to rearrange a little bit of stuff in the plant itself. So that's the plan. Now I got to get some code 70 track and a code 70 switch and some other stuff. So that won't happen until I'm able to get all the materials I need to do. And cork's been real hard to come by right now. And I use N-scale cork over here. So hopefully that'll come in to White Rose shortly. Anyway, so up here is the building I was telling you about. I've got it started here. So this is the mill. It has a porch on the front and a showroom. So it's like a feed mill. So I've always had the plan to go here. So, and then I have another kit called Farmers something, I forget what the last name is, but anyway, it's a kit that'll fit in here for accepting grain. And the funny thing is, I have this Penn Central car here was sitting in here, so for like 6 years, and JMRI would not move it. I don't know what the issue was, so I kind of renamed the type of car and said that said the areas that it could go in through JMRI. And I relocated the car over to the Penn Central Western Maryland interchange in Hanover. Well, the first train, what I call the night owl, picked that car up and put it right back into this location. So, yeah, well, I hope see how it works out. I've tried a couple different things with JMRI to see if I can't get this thing to move more often. But by doing that, actually, for the first time in a long time, this siding was actually, switched. So that was a good thing. So anyway, that's kind of where I am right now. I know it's been a while. I think it was August when I last did I posted something, and I apologize for that. Mainly that was because I was frustrated with the building and not getting anything done here. And I really didn't want to give you guys anything, that wasn't new. So, and show you my plans and where we go from here. Anyway, everything else seems to be working right. I've worked out a couple of electrical issues with JMRI and reverse loops and all that kind of stuff, and phasing issues. So that being said, I think I'll wrap it up here. And, I appreciate everybody, watching this video. And, hopefully you like it and you subscribe if you haven't already, and, hit the bell button, so when I do on occasion, update things, you'll be notified that they're there. I'm hoping to do this more often now that I'm more enthused about what's going on. So I'm really happy and excited that things are getting done on the layout now. So like I say, it's quite a good feeling to know that I have that feeling back that, to work on the layout. And I also did, while here in front of the station just recently, I finally ballasted the track, and then I put in the static grass, and not hard to see, but I was having trouble getting that to work out the way I wanted to, and then I discovered the trick, so that's all taken care of now. So anyway, and then when I'm planting it right here in the front, I'm going to put a piece of foam in here to kind of level this out a little bit. So I'll raise this up 2 inches and put some rock cut right here between the tracks. It raises this up and allows me to put some few trees in here, and not block anybody reaching over to get to the switches over here. So that's one of the next things on the thing. I was just searching for all my rock castings, but I can't say, or at least the molds. They're here somewhere. I'll find them. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and like I say, subscribe and hit the bell button if you wish. And hopefully I'll be talking to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye. I did, however, during my video, mention that, if you're in the mid-Atlantic area, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, York, Pennsylvania, stop by and visit me at White Rose Hobbies. It's whiterosehobbies.com. We have a very nice stock. We have a whole bunch of stuff in HO. We're expanding the N scale. We have G scale. We have a lot of O scale. So, we're very well stocked in a lot of ways. And we have stuff. Oh, we buy collections too, which we generally don't put on the web too much. Some of the stuff we do, some we don't. But we have a lot of stuff that's out of production anymore by, Tangent and Rapido and Atlas. And I don't have much in the way of Bowser. But Walther's Mainline, we have a lot of stuff that's no longer in production. So, if nothing else, take a look at the website, see if you find anything that you need. We have a very nice shipping policy, which is if you place the order by 3 o'clock on a given work day, it will be shipped out that day. So I hope to see an order or see you in the store. So once again, take care, everyone. Bye.